Hi guys, good evening. Okay, let me share my screen. Today, what we need to discuss it? Yeah. Yesterday we are creating some table. In that table, we created like a calculated column also. You know, right? How you can create a calculated column. Okay. Let's see how we can upload the data into this one. Okay. So into the customers table, we need to upload our whatever local Excel's data is there. I want to load that particular data into this one. So for this one, what you have to do is like, yeah, see here, like, where is the customers table? Okay. So first of all, we need to load the table data. Okay. You can, okay. So what is that one? Customer in this table. Okay, we can. Okay. So what we can do is for this data, okay, in this customer table, I want to load the data. Okay, where the data is there, that means the data is available under like OneDrive data. Okay, so so OneDrive data, whatever customers related data is there. So all with those, all the columns are created. So I just need to load that particular data, this data into this Power Apps, okay, into the respective table. So for that, what you have to do is select the table and click on, there is an export option is there here, right? Okay, click on this drop down. Okay, sorry, not export, import the data. Okay, you have to import the data from Excel or import data. So we have to import from the from the Excel only, right? So you have to choose this one. When you choose this one, okay, it is asking what is the path of where the path is available. You have to choose that particular path. Understand clearly what happened? One second. Which is the one environment I'm choosing a proper one only. Oh, when I choose this import data from Excel. Yeah. See here. So when you click on, see, when you click on import a data from Excel, okay. So whenever you click on this particular one, first time maybe like, so from yesterday onwards, I keep this, the login as like this. So that's the reason. If you refresh the browser, after that, if you click on import data from Excel, then it will work. Okay. So you have to choose, select that particular table. Under the import, there is an option called import data from Excel. Okay. See here, just you have to upload that particular file. Whatever Excel file is there, where that particular file is there, you have to go to that particular location and select that particular one. See here, under the OneDrive, this is OneDrive login. Okay. So you have to connect it here and click on open it. Okay. When you click on open it, that particular Excel will be loaded into here. And after loading the Excel into Power Apps, then what you have to do, you have to map with the destination columns as well as with the Power Apps table columns. Understand? That means in Power Apps, you created a customer table. In destination also, the customer table is there. You have to map it. Which is why we need to map it. Because in customers table, that means whatever table we created, okay, if you create any table, okay, along with the table, some default columns are also added in the table in Power Apps. Understand? In the Power Apps, whenever you create any table in Power Apps, along with those columns, some default columns are also added by automatically by default. Okay, so that's the reason. Suppose we have like 5 columns in the destination table. Okay, here like we are created 5 columns, but along with the 5 columns, some default columns are also it is created. More than that means 12 columns are there. Whenever you upload it, it is which column we need to match it. That Power Apps doesn't understand. So you have to map that columns. Understand? That's the reason after loading the data into Power Apps, so you have to map those columns. Okay, which columns data you want to load it. Those only you have to select. That means, so what are the source table? What are the source column? With the source column, what are the destination columns are required? Those columns you have to match it. Then only those data will be loaded. Otherwise, simply when you click on upload it, it will immediately it will throw an error. See here, mapping error exists because because exact columns are not there in that one. That means not only with that columns, extra columns are there in a Power Apps. So that's the reason which columns we need to load the data. Power Apps doesn't understand this point. So that's the reason after loading the data, this error definitely it will come it. You have to match it. Okay, you have to map those columns. For mapping those columns, click on map columns. Okay, when you click on map columns, okay, so here which column, that means, so already, okay, so the column names, whatever column names are there, those column names you have to give it here. Understand? Suppose what is this? Okay, so first of all, agent name, right? Agent name related, data source related column, you have to match it here. Understand? See here, agent name column is there or not? That you just select that one. This column name is for like Power Apps related columns. Whatever columns you are choosing, those are the destination related columns. Understand? You have to match it. That's it. Okay. Customer number, if it is there, then this is not a mandatory column. See, for whichever columns having star is there, for those column must and should you have to map it. Whichever columns are doesn't have any star, that means those are not mandatory columns. You can leave those columns. Understand? So here, like see here, customer number is there. In the for the customer number, what is the destination column for customer number? That you have to select it. For date joined, what is the destination column? That you have to select it. See here, file name. Okay, see, file name, huh? First name. What is that one? First name. Yeah, you have to choose. And last name, whichever mandatory columns. That means the mandatory columns are by how you can identify whichever column having a star is there. Those are mandatory. Those you have to fill it. Understand? Next one, location, and name. That name is a calculated column we created in Power Apps, right? So you no need to choose it, because once you load the first name and last name columns into the Power Apps, then automatically this calculated column is created by Power Apps, and those values based on the calculation, whatever you did it there, based on that automatically it will do it. Okay, so you no need to take any name column here separately, because if you are loading first name and last name, right? Based on the first name and last name, the name column will automatically it will be created. Understand? Passport number, you have to select it. Next one, and what is the next one? VIP level. Okay, that's it. These are the columns. You have to match it here. Once you match it and click on what you need to do, save changes. Click on save changes. Understand? See here. Whenever you click on changes, see here previously mapping status in error status is showing, but now it is warning. Okay, leave it. Nothing will happen. Okay, click on import. Okay, when you click on import, what will happen? Whatever data we have it, that data will be loaded into that particular table. In the Power Apps table, the data will be loaded. See here. Some errors are there and some download import and certain updates. Yeah, actually 5 errors are there. Let's see, is there any errors are there in the particular one? Let's see. Maybe see here, some columns are, some values are not in a numeric. Okay, so that's the reason maybe it is a problem. So if you want, you can modify this also. Understand? This is blank values, so empty, right? So here 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, and these are the values. So maybe this is because of this reason error it is getting. Okay, okay, go there. And click on imported partially successfully. Okay, some errors are there, leave it those errors. If you want to see those errors, means click on download import errors. Okay, then you can put it in the downloads. Okay, and save it. And after that, what you have to go to that particular place and see what errors are there. This is the errors, right? Okay, so just double click on this one and open those errors. Maybe those are the points on. Okay, see here the values. Okay, I told you, right? The values are the passport number. It is like if it is exceeds whatever the data type size is there, if the value is exceeds to that one, then definitely these are the errors it will shows. But that's the reason at the time of creating a table, at the time of creating a columns, you need to give proper data type of that column. Understand? Hmm. Okay. Like this we can check it. Okay, so most of the time nothing will happen, but in real time data, so don't it doesn't get any error, but because our I take like unwanted data also sometimes in the data source. Okay, that's the reason these errors are getting. Don't worry. Understand? Click on this one and see here, when you click on refresh it, refresh the browser and open the table, whether the data is loaded or not, you can see it. Okay, see here, what is the table name? Hmm. Even see here, upload an Excel file. See here, when you click on this one. Okay, okay, see here, select from the device. Okay, see here. Okay, and suppose for example, what you have to do is, I'm selecting an Excel here. And see here, with this, just click on create it, and the table name is whatever table name you want, like suppose customer one. Okay, I'm giving this name. This is the name. Okay, click on create. See here. So now see, when you come down, you will see all this data. Okay. Like this also, whichever is required. And one more important point, Vijay, why you are not explaining this previously? Why you are choosing import Excel and import data from Excel and there you are matching those columns? This is the best option. But this option is available for only licensed people. Understand? This is not this option. This option is not available for all the for each and every one. So if you take a license, then this option will be available in the recent. If you are using a free version, then this is the only option to load the data from the Excel itself. Understand clearly or not? So that's the reason both in both the cases I explained to you. Okay. So understand. So previously, like only this is the option it is there. Recently, these are added. These are added for licensed one only. I think so. Okay. I think for you, you are not able to see this option. If you are able to see directly by using this, click on this one and you can load the data. But this option is not available for free versions. I think so. Okay. So check it. Okay. If it is available, you can directly load it. If it is not available, this is the only option to load the Excel data into Power Apps. Understand clearly enough? See here. Now, what is that one? Customer. See here, both the tables are there. Whichever it is comfortable to you, you can use that one. Okay. Suppose I don't want this particular one. Okay. Delete that particular one. Okay. If you want to, so you know how to create a table. If you need to know how to delete that one, you know, right? So just select the table, click on three dot buttons, and there is an option called delete it. Okay. Click on delete it. Okay. For deleting an object, sometime it will take time. Okay. Don't worry. So once it is deleted, then yeah. See here, deleted object successfully. That means that is removed from this particular Power Apps. Okay. Whichever is used. Okay. So that means, so if you are taking a license, these are the options available. These options are if your data is in Excel, you can upload it. If you want to create your own table in Power Apps, like creating a table means like creating columns, values, and everything starts with a blank table. See here, click on this one. Then what will happen? By your own, you need to create a column. By your own, you need to create a rows and everything here itself. Suppose, for example, double click on this one, edit the column. You can change the column name like okay. So column name is like ID column. Okay. And what data type you want it for ID column? The data type you have to choose it. It is a number. Okay. Whole number and click on. So see one more important point. The whatever the first column is there, that column must and should be like character only. Okay. So that's the reason what I'm doing here. It is name column I'm choosing and click on update it. Okay. Next one is ID column. For creating a new column, what you have to do? Click on this plus button or else click on here also. You can create a new column. Okay. Whichever is comfortable to you, you can do it. Okay. See here ID. And what is the data type of this column? Like whole number. And is there the required column? If you see, very important, while at the time of creating columns, whether it is required or not. If it is required for at the time of filling the values in the particular column, it will shows like, Star mark. See here for this column, there is star mark it is showing, right? The meaning of this one is mandatory. You have to fill that particular field value. Okay. If you are not filling the field value, immediately it will throw zero. Okay. So that you have to decide it. If it is required, then must and should star will comes there. Then you have to fill the value for that particular field itself. Okay. For this column. If you're clicking on this, if you are of this required, okay, then what will happen? That means that is not a mandatory column. If you fill the details, it's up to you. Okay. That means you can fill it, or without filling the data also, it will load the data. Okay, it won't throw any error message. Okay, even if you are not filling the field value, that means id value, okay, it is not throwing any error message, just it will put it as a blank there. Understand that you have to decide it here. Yesterday I explained you clearly when we are taking in when we are creating a column, right? So yeah, so you can arrange the columns. How you can arrange it? Drag and drop only. Wherever it is required, just drag and drop and fill in. And here I need to give the details. Like suppose, see here in this one, okay. And so in this one, suppose I'm not filling this one. See here, it is asking, it will come here. Okay, okay, like this. You have to fill the details. ABC, like PQR, 3, XYZ. Okay, and here it is like 4, M and O, like this. Okay, these are the records and these are the columns and everything. You have to give manually, like which table, what is the table name? Click on this pencil icon and you can change the name of the table. Sample table, like this. Click on save. Click on create. When you click on create, see here the table is created with our data. See here, okay, whatever data. Now, along with the C, I created only 2 columns, but by default, along with the table, some default columns are created. See here, created by. Okay, if you want to see those columns created by, created on, modified, owner, who is the owner of this one? Okay, see, select this one. If any column is required, you can select it and click on save. Okay, then you can see here. Okay, who is the owner of this one? Like that, modified date, created date also, those are the default columns. It is, understand? So I created only 2 columns. The extra column, the default columns is 18 columns are generated by Power Apps. Okay, so this is what it is happening. Okay, so that's the reason, like if you want to create a own table in Power Apps, then you have to use a start with a blank table. If you want to load the Excel data here also, you can load it, or else under the import, there is an import data from Excel is there. So if you use this option, you have to map the data source columns as well as destination columns. Sorry, Power Apps table columns as well as data source related columns. Also, you have to map it here. Must and should. Okay. After choosing that particular Excel file, very important this one. Okay. So once again, I explained to you, very important. Okay. So which table, like Whichever table is required, you have to select the table. Suppose accounts table. Must and should you have to select it. Okay, one table. After selecting a table only, you have to click on import a data from Excel. Understand? That's what previously also I explained to you. And click on next. Okay, once you click on next, you have to upload it. After uploading, okay, you have to map those columns here itself. Come to the scroll to the right side of this bar, then you will see the map columns. Understand? You have to map the Power Apps table as well as the data source related columns also. Understand clearly or not? This is how you can load the data into this particular. Understand clearly or not? Now see here. Suppose for example, I load the customer's data, right? So whichever data is there. If I don't want one here, I want to modify this table. Then you have to click on this one. There is an option called properties. Okay. Under the properties, click on the properties okay, there is a under the properties you will see display name, right? Here itself you can modify that particular table name. Okay, there is no rename option. If you you're thinking like is there any rename option? If the rename option is there, not there means we cannot modify the table name. No. Okay, you have to click on this one. There is an option called properties and you can change it. Understand clearly or not? Is it clear or not? See here. Suppose, for example, when you click on customers data, see here, I click on customers data. And when I scroll down, you will see all the data, right? Okay. So I don't want Power Apps column here. Then what you have to do, you have to delete this column or hide a column or delete a column. See, just click on delete. Or you can hide the columns. Okay. If the column is dependent on, okay, because this is the main column. So that's the reason it is like, it is saying like a dependency column it is. Okay. So then what you have to do is you just need to hide this column. Okay. So see here, first name, last name. Like instead of seeing this, I want to see all the columns data. Okay. Click on right side when you come to the, when you scroll to the right, you will see it. Okay. See here. Okay. And okay, first name, last name. And I want to load the name column also. Name column, I created a custom calculated column, right? That column also I need to take it. Okay. Where is that column? Where is that calculated column? Exactly. Okay. See, actually in the previous table I created, okay, this is the table we are loading from uploaded data from Excel, right? That's the reason that column is not there. So I want to create a calculated column. Then if I want to create a calculated column, you know, right? Yesterday I explained to you. Okay. So click on new column here. In this new column, what you have to do is like, what is the name? Like name. I want to display like name. Okay. Then what is the data type of this one? Like if it is a single line is enough. And here behavior, what you have to choose? Calculated. See, calculated column is very, very, very important. Okay, sometimes what you have to do, you have to create your own custom column. By writing some functions, you can implement it. So at that point of creating a table column only, you can create a custom column here. Okay, calculated column. Click on save and edit. Okay, when you click on save and edit, see, Vijay, you already created yesterday. Why you are creating again? See, in yesterday's one, I use I'm using like import a data from Excel option. Under the import, there is an option. Okay. Actually, that table I deleted. Okay. I'm using upload a data from Excel option. With that, directly the data will be loaded here. No, for that particular table, is that any custom column I created? No, right? That's the reason I'm creating now. What happened? It is not created. Where is that column? Where is the name of that column? See here, it is the name of this one. Okay, and select that one and modify it. Maybe something will happen. Why it is closed, we don't know. Let's see. Click on name, and in this one, what is the option? Click on edit. When you click on edit, yeah, now it is open. Actually, see what will happen here. It is why it suddenly closed means you have to allow the pop-up messages. Okay, sometimes if you are not allowing, automatically that means without writing any calculated field, that window will be closed. But don't worry, go to that particular column again and click on edit column. Okay, then you will it is again you need to go to the behavior place itself and you have to click on edit option. At the point of edit, you have to allow the pop-up blocker. Okay, is there, right? Click on allow it and click on that. Understand? Now, see here the calculator fields. This is the window. In this one, there are different things are there. You know, right, how you're writing if condition. Same like that only we can write it here. Okay. If this is the condition, if this condition is satisfied, then this is the statement I need to return. So here the statement is action. Okay. Here condition related, here itself you can write it. But I don't want to write any condition here. Just I need to create a custom column. That means the custom column is just combining the first name and last name column related. For that, why should I write a condition? No need of writing a condition here, right? When we are writing a condition, if this value, existing value is satisfied this one, then we need to return the statement. At that point of time, you have to touch this one. But right now, we don't want write any condition here. You need to perform action only. In the action itself, you just need to perform by using a functions. You can create a calculated column. That column is used. That's it. Understand clearly. So no need to use condition here. You always use an action here. Click on this add action. In this add action, what is our target? My target is, okay, whenever the data is loaded into this customer's payroll, at that point of time, this column automatically created. In this column, if you want, how you can create this column means, I want to combine the first name and last name column into single column. Okay. This operation I want to perform it. If I want to perform this operation, okay, directly it is not possible. You have to write a function called, okay, power ups function. You have to write it here. What is the function to combine two columns? You have to use a function called concat. Okay, concat is the column, right? You just need to see here, CO, when you type it, this is the function. Just select that one. Inside this one, what is the column name? You have to write it. See here, first name. Okay, see, I'm selected this one. Comma, last name. Okay, Vijay, like before the name of that particular column, this is it will be there because at the time of creating a column, prefix are also added in the last. Okay, when if you want, you can check it for each and every column. Whenever you create it, okay, at the time of creating a column, you are giving a name of the column, data type, and everything. At last, prefix are also is there. By default, this is the prefix it is added to that particular column. Understand? So that means you have to call here the column name is prefix related column name only you have to write. But here, no need to remember this prefix related. Don't worry. You just need to type the column name, then automatically that it will comes in the IntelliSense part. You just need to select that one. That's it. Understand? And click on, see here. See. And after clicking on action, okay, click on save and close. See here, click on save and close. Now see the custom column. Okay, now I created a custom column into that particular one, right? Suppose, see here, I want to see the data, okay, and go to the table again. What is the table here? Okay, customer, okay. You have to type it in the search bar, then click on this one. When you click on this one, when you come down, you will see the data of this. See here. Okay. Where is our column? Name column. You can go there and check it where the name column is there. See here, the name column is there, right? Check this one. I want to see this column here. Okay. Then now see the data. Also see the data for the name column. Okay. Here, see here. This is the name column. Okay. The first name and last name column values are combined and it will show the result. But there is no gap. There is no, I cannot identify which one is the first name, which one is the last name. So I need to give some space between them. Then again, what you have to do, go to that particular column and modify that calculated field. That's it. Okay. Go to the column and where is that column? Okay. Name column, right? Again, and click on this three dot buttons and click on edit it. And go to the same place, behavior, right? So see, click on edit. Here you're writing something, right? In between the column values, I want to give some space. How you can give? Same like how you are giving in the Power Apps in Canvas app, how you are giving some spaces between the values, right? Like just see here, you can write n number of columns, right? And between the another comma, and in between the commas you have to give like this double quotes, give some space here. That's it. Click on this one and click on save and close. Now you go to the table. Click on this table. Okay. Now you come down, see the values of that particular. See here, there is some space is there or not? Okay. See here. That's it. Okay. Instead of using first name and last name, can we use this column or not? Yes, we can use it because in this name column, this is a calculated column. Understand? Like this calculated column, at the time of creating a column only, you have to pass it there. Okay. For this combining two column, you no need to write a condition, right? That's the reason there itself, condition part we don't want to touch. Only we are performing an action. Okay. That means whenever your condition part is not giving anything, that means it is excluded that one. Only it will take the action part. In the action part, what we are performing, two columns combining. So for that, you have to use concat function and just pass the column names. Okay. You can pass a number of columns. Those columns are combined like this. Okay. Not only this one, there are so many functions. Whatever functions we are discussed in the Power App, the same functions here also it is there. You can create those like this calculated columns. Okay. Either calculated column is conditional based also you can create it, or else without condition also you can create like this. Understand clearly or not? Okay. This is how you can load the data in the table, like you can create your own custom column also, you can create it. Understand? Like this. Okay. Anyone having any doubts in this one? Whichever option. See, if so, you are right now you are using a free versions of the Power App. So maybe sometimes upload from Excel option, maybe it is not available. So you have to go to that. First, you need to create a table structure, right? Then only that will works. Otherwise, it won't works, right? First, see if upload a data from Excel, if option is there in this table. See here in this one. Okay. If upload an Excel file option is there, no need to create any table structure here itself in Power Apps. If this option is not there, if you are using import under the import data from Excel option, if you choose it, that means must and should you need to create a structure of that particular table. That means in that Excel, what columns are there? The same columns you must and should you need to create it. After that only you have to use this option, import data from Excel. Okay, then only it will work. Because if you are not creating any particular columns of that particular table, then definitely when you click on this one, definitely first it will ask the table on which table you want to load the data. It will ask. If you are not creating a table, then how you can load the data? Okay, so that's the reason. If you need to create a table, under the table what columns are required in that particular data source, the same columns you need to create it here. Once you create those columns, then only you have to use this option. But if you use this particular option, upload an Excel file, no need of creating any table or any column. Just whatever Excel data is there, that data, that table is loaded into Power Apps. Understand clearly? Any doubts in this one? Understand clearly or not? Okay. Anyone having any doubts? So that means in this table, like suppose we are importing a data from SharePoint. What we will do? If it is a SharePoint, you have to use an option called import data. What is that? Import data. See, like who is us asking? Like Kundan, right? Kundan. Then what you have to choose? You have to choose import data. In this import data, when you click on this one, all the data sources are available here. If it is a SharePoint, then you have to type like SharePoint. See here, this is a folder. Go to that particular folder, select that particular table and load the data like this also. But must and should, before loading these options, okay, you need to create the table structures. Understand? Is it clear, Kundan? Yeah. See here, click on this one. When you click on this one, see here, there are different options are there and that we already discussed it, right? Suppose, for example, okay. So here, see here, in this table, whatever customers table is there, in this table, if I try to pull this particular table into into the Canvas app, you can pull it, right? Yes, you can pull it. I will show you also after this particular explanation. Then see, suppose, for example, now itself I will show. I created a customer table. I load the customers table. Okay. Then I want to create an app by using this tables, whatever data was tables are there. With the tables, I want to create some default Canvas app. Suppose, for example, then you have to create it. So the table, customer table is created, right? As customer table is available under the tables, right? Now you can create an app for this one. Okay. So for this one, okay. So under the create, what option you have to choose? See, what is the option here? Dataverse. Okay. You have to select this one. Okay. Not only this one, I need to create a default Canvas app by using the customers table. Under the Dataverse, there is a customers table. By using that, I need to create a default Canvas app. See here, click on under the create option, click on Dataverse. Under the Dataverse, again, it will comes to, that's what I told you previously also. If you click on any option also, it will comes here. Just it will comes here. Okay, in the connection. If you want to connect, click on new connection, connection also, whichever data source you want, you can select it. But but I see the login of this particular one, right? So no need of using new connection. Just you have to use the existing login credentials. Okay, so just select this one. Whenever you select it, what table you created? Customer, right? Customer. Okay. See here. Actually, you created a customer table, but here the customers are available. That means when you create a particular table, the plural also it will be created, right? Customers. The plural of the particular name it will be created, right? So that name it will appear here itself. Select this one and click on connected. See here, the default Canvas app is also created for this. Understand? So see here, that means in this particular form, in the detail form, okay, when you expand this one, detail form is there. In this form itself, whichever columns are required, you can take those columns by clicking on add fields here. In this one, see here, all the columns it will comes. That is the drawback in Dataverse tables. That means along with the columns, the some default tables are also automatically come. If you try to use those particular Dataverse table in any of the app, Canvas app, okay. So default columns are also it will come. If it is default columns are taken, then what will happen? The memory is occupied for the default columns are also right. Then the wastage of memory it will happen and it will impact for the performance if you huge amount of data is available. Okay, so that's the reason what you have to do. See here, these are the unwanted columns. There are so many unwanted columns there. That's the reason what you have to do. Okay, so after creating a table in Dataverse, you don't want to use that table in any of the app itself, because along with the original column, there's some default columns are also there. For default columns, if it is, if you take it into the app, in the app itself, the extra memory is occupied for that one. Then it will be impacted for the app itself. Okay, that's the reason what you have to do is you have to create a view. Understand? In the view itself, which columns are required? Those columns, with those columns, you have to create a view. That view, you have to pull it in these apps itself. Let's see. Okay. So because of this drawback, we need to create a view. What is a view? View is nothing but it is like a just like a table. Okay, view is a table, virtual table. Okay, but the view is, it is not a original table. It is an temporary table. That means it is taking an instance of original table and create that one. That it is called as a view. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, see, I'm creating a view here. Because of this drawback, I'm creating. So you understand, right, how you can use Dataverse table in the Canvas app. Just you need to select it, the table, and you. But don't use direct table in the Canvas app or model driven app anywhere, because some default columns it will be created. Okay, but if you use the default columns in the apps itself, whenever the huge amount of data, it will be impacted for the app itself. That's the reason what you have to do is you have to create a view for that part first. Okay, by using that particular master table, you need to create a view. View is a virtual table. Means it is acts like a table only. Okay, but it is not a original table. Okay, it will take the instant of the original table, and in the table what columns are required, you have to use those columns and you are creating a view for that. And that view, in whichever app you want, you can do it, because in the view the default columns won't come. That is the biggest advantage. Understand or not? Now, so see here, and for that particular customer table, you have to create a view. Okay, go to that particular table, and there is an option called views. When you click on view, okay, what will happen here? There is a new view. We need to create a, okay, click on this one. So what is the view name? Like customer view. Understand? So just use this one and click on create it. First give the name, and after that this window will come. In this window, what columns are required for that one? You have to use those columns only. Understand clearly? And suppose, for example, see here, I don't want first columns. Okay, suppose for example, see which columns are required. What you need to do? Like suppose, for example, name column is required. Just to drag and drop and put it here itself. Okay. Or else view column. Also, you can select it here itself. Like name column. Okay. Okay. Suppose I don't want this first name column. Then what you have to do? Remove it. It will be removed from here, but don't worry, it is not removed from the original table. So just it will remove from the view itself. Okay, this whatever column you are removed, that column again it will added here itself. Understand clearly. So whichever columns are used here in the view itself, whichever columns are used, those columns are not available here itself. See here, I use name column. That name column is not available here itself. Understand? So whichever column is required, you can take that one. Like suppose I want to take like customer number. That is the first column. Just to drag and drop and put it in the place. Like yeah, for customer number, name, agent name. Just even if you click on the columns also, automatically it will be added in the view itself. Suppose see here, I'm clicking on location here. Click on this one. Then automatically the location column is added. No need to drag and drop, or else you click on view column and select that particular column. No need to do that one. Just you need to click on this here itself. Then automatically that column is added in the view itself. Understand? Suppose I want owner also, owner name, and owner name at last I want it, not now, so I want to remove it. Okay. Passport number column is required, and VIP level column also required, and owner column now I want. Understand or not? Suppose see here. Okay, in the view itself. Okay, in the view, whatever columns are required, you just need to create the columns here in the view. Not only creating a columns, okay, you can sort the columns also, or else you can apply the filters for that particular view. Filter means condition. Understand? Suppose for example, see here, I want to apply some condition. That means those related data only it will be there in the view. Okay, not all the records. Because see here, in this view, in the table, whatever records are there, all the records I can see it in this view. No, I don't want to see all the records. I don't want to create the view with all the records. I want to restrict it. That means I want to apply filters. Then if I want to apply the filters in this particular view, then what you have to do, on the right side, there is a custom view is there, right? Come down. Okay. There is an option called edit filters. In this edit filters, you will have an option called add row. Okay. There are three different values are there. Add row, quick view. Okay. And these are the things it is there. Okay. Add row, add group, add related table. These are the things. But most of the times we have to use an option called add row itself. Okay. Here, after clicking on add, okay, if I click on add row, most of the times in real time also, you have to use add row option only. In this one, for which column related condition you have to write it here. Condition means, you know, right? In if you are writing a condition, right? If customer number is equal to some value, whenever this condition is satisfied, then this statement we need to return. Like that you are writing, right? The same condition you need to write. Suppose, for example, for which column it is? Suppose I'm using a VIP column here. What is that VIP column? See here, I'm taking a VIP column. If VIP column contains a value equals, there are different operators are there here itself. Okay, equals operator, does not equal, is greater than. Okay, is greater than means greater than only. Is means your don't think like is equal to. Okay, it is the meaning of is greater than means greater than only. Understand? Is greater than or equal to means greater than or equal to. Is less than means less than only. Okay, is less than or equal to means less than or equal to, like that. Okay, whichever operator is required, you have to use it. Suppose I want to use like I'm giving like a um, 3, suppose. Okay, that means VIP level, VIP column. In VIP column, whatever three record is there, those related records only I need to create as a view. Okay. See here, click on OK. Then what will happen? Whenever you apply the filter, see here, is the three is there? Yes, see, only three record only you can see it. Okay. And see whatever, see, suppose click on edit filters. If you want to add one more condition, click on add again, add row. Understand? So suppose if I'm giving like 5, okay, with the 5, see, there are different records for 5 records. Okay. Not only this one. Suppose you want to apply multiple conditions where whichever records having 5 as well as location is like UK, something I want to take. Right. See here. Location equals like what is that? UK. I'm giving here. Okay. Click on. See here. I'm selecting these two. Okay. Understand clearly? Like this. You can apply the filters like this. That means if whichever rows having VIP level is equal to 5 and the location is equal to UK. If you apply the filters, or you can cancel this filter, cancel these filters by clicking on this one. If the filters are clear. Understand clearly or not? Very, very important. Okay, because sometimes you have to apply the filters for the view. Then what you have to do? This is how you can edit the filters. Okay, once it is done, once the view is created, now what you have to do? You have to validate that one. Okay, and after validating, this is the option it will come, and click on save and publish. Must and should. Okay, then only your view will be there under views tab only. Under views tab you can see your view there, otherwise you cannot able to see that particular view. Understand? So go to that particular go back to that one and go to that particular view. Like what is that one? Customer view I created, right? Okay, like I think it is custom. See here, this view. Click on this view. See, simply see the data. So whichever it is there, you can use this view anywhere, model driven app or so most of the times views are creating. Why we are creating views means you have to use in model driven app. Understand clearly or not? So create it, you have to use it in the model driven app and you can implement this one. Understand? This is how you can create a particular view here itself. Understand clearly or not? Okay, very, very important while at the time of creating that one. Okay, suppose this is one table. Suppose if you click on new table column, then which table, that means what is the new column is required. If you want to create any custom column also, you can create it here. In the view also, you can create the custom column. Understand clearly? Okay, this is the one. Okay, suppose if you go here in the three dot buttons, okay, you can expand it, you can see clearly. And related one, in the related one, okay, so what are the different other columns? The default columns are there. You can see it here, but most of the times we can use customer related only. Not only this one, and after creating a view, I told you, right, we can sort it also. How you can sort a column? That means see here, you can click on here. And so for which column you need to sort. Okay. So suppose for example, on customer number basis, I want to sort it. Okay. You are sorting. Okay. You are sorting that particular column. Then if I want to sort it in a descending order, then what you have to do? Click on this one. Okay. In descending order, it will choose it. So if you, so first you need to choose a column. After that, this arrow will comes, right? If you click on this arrow, that means ascending order. That means lowest value to highest value. If you click on again this arrow, highest value to lowest value, it will choose it. Understand clearly or not? Okay. If this is required, click on save and publish. With the customer's data, I want to save it. Okay. If it is saved and published, go back to this one. Okay. See. Okay. This is about views. Okay. So each and everything like forms, like business rule, very, very important business rule. Okay. How you can create a form, because here itself you can create a form. Those forms we can use it in model driven. Like you are, suppose for example, suppose you are applying any company. Okay. For applying job for any company, some forms are there, right? Some details are there, you have to fill it. How they are created? These applications like .NET, Java, or HTML are using Power Apps model driven app also. By using the model driven app, these apps are created. Okay, let's see how we can implement all these things. Very, very important topics. Forms, business rules, and everything. Okay. Anyone having any doubts in this one? Okay. I think tomorrow there is no class. Saturday, tomorrow there is no class. But Monday class will be there. Okay. Monday evening class will be there. Okay. Yeah. Tell me. Tell me, Rupesh. Rupesh.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, it's a very generic questions on the Dataverse actually. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, from the development point of view,
Hmm.
how, I mean, we need to decide whether we want to use the Dataverse or not. I mean, whether the client will told or developer
Yeah, yeah.
needs to
Client will
decide.
tell you, right? Without that, you cannot use directly that one. You cannot show your own app into that one, right?
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely, client will tell you like this is the table, you can take it. Okay, client will tell you this is the table. If the table is there in SQL Server or something, you can directly
Mhm.
connect it. Or else sometimes what you will do, that is a master table. Okay, then you have to
Okay,
securely you have to store it here, and that table also you have to use it. Anything you can use anywhere. Understand, Rupesh?
okay. Got it, sir. Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sir, one more thing, sir, actually. Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, you cannot decide it which table and how the form will be there. You cannot decide it. Client will decide it because
Okay,
that is a client requirement. Only you are doing all the development activities here, right?
correct,
You
correct, correct.
cannot create your own app here. Understand?
Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Yeah, tell me
And sir,
what is
I mean,
another?
any sir, I mean, for the development perspective, any can you please share any documents like technical design document? Because
Yeah, that
like,
is going on. Depends on the company standards, technical documents, or POC document, or
Mhm.
SOW document. There are different documents out there. You have to prepare it, and so that means they will send it what you need to do and everything. So based on that, you need to create all these apps and everything, right?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. So I mean, if there is any reference documents, then you can share with us, so that it
Oh,
will
you are
helpful.
asking a reference. So actually, we didn't have any
Yeah.
reference document, Rupesh, because we cannot take any document from outside of the organization. So right now, I
No,
didn't
no,
have
just
any.
a sample template like this. I mean, just
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
requirement
Yeah, I
of the
already
project.
shared, right? These things like
Uh, I think no, sir.
no,
Maybe
no, no.
definitely.
These are the customer data sources. I shared it, right?
Yeah, these, I mean, these files we have shared, but
Uh,
the technical design document, like how the requirements come, like,
no, that we
uh,
cannot decide it, right?
acha,
Like it's depends upon the completely client requirement. It is okay.
acha, okay, okay, sir,
We
okay.
cannot we
No,
cannot
I mean to
decide
say
it
any
how the
reference like,
client requirement.
acha, acha, okay, okay. There is
Yeah.
no standard, like, I mean, company to
No,
company
no,
vary, right?
standard. You see, this is a new tool, man. Power Apps is a new tool. Okay. And in
Mm-hmm.
this tool itself, so you have to learn it, and the same thing you can implement based on the client requirement, everything. The
Okay.
normal at present situation, the normal apps are they are creating. Okay. In future,
Okay.
when it comes, everyone knows about the Power Apps. I mean, there are some different things. Still, they are even Microsoft also still they are in development stage itself. Okay. That
Okay.
means
Okay.
they are introducing a new things to simplify to the user. Okay, they are introducing every month they are uploading. They just now this Power Apps will came to the picture, but future will rocks this one. Okay, 100%. Power Platform is very important, Rupesh. Remember this.
Okay. Yeah, got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Any
Thank you,
doubts?
sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone having any doubts? Kundan, I already shared, right? All these tables, everything customer table, financial table, and agents table. In the document, it is there, man. Check it once. Okay, please check it. Okay, in the document, it will be there. We already shared in the document clearly, like what documents you have to use it in lecture notes. Okay, this normal Power Apps document you are asking. Okay, that I will share it. Okay. And yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, I shared the document, right? Okay. And today or tomorrow, I will share one more document. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying, right? So this is the first batch for Power App. So I'm preparing a document my work by my own, creating a screenshot. You understand, right? It's very difficult. So that's the reason it's getting slow, but 100% I will share the document. You don't worry. Are you coming to office tomorrow? From home? Yeah, office means oh what? Yeah, office means or you are saying institute or what? Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah, I'm coming here. 9 to 12 there is a classes will be there, so I'm coming around. Okay. Anyone having any doubts? Yeah, sure, definitely, Raman. So guys, we can stop it here and we'll continue on Monday. Okay. Bye guys.